This story time is from a follower, and she really needs advice. By the way, we're calling her Katrina. Katrina is in 12th grade, and she really wants to go to college, but she doesn't know what she wants to go in for. Like, she doesn't know what type of career she wants after graduating. Her parents told her if she decided to go to college right after she graduates, they are going to pay for her entire 4 years. But she really thinks that she should take a gap year because she don't want to go into school and having to take an extra year because she didn't pick the right major for herself. But her parents told her if she decided to take a gap year, they are not going to pay for her college tuition. She said she thought about taking a gap year and working, but she doesn't really want to focus on working. She wants to focus on a future career for herself. But y'all comment down below some advice for her. Story time on how I got pregnant by a married man. So we've been friends since elementary school. We were always very close all throughout middle school and high school. So in high school, he got this girl pregnant and ended up getting married to her. The girl didn't like me because she always thought we were messing around, but we never did. So he's been married to her for 5 years with 3 kids, but he's always come to me and complained about how she forced him to get married, and he didn't want to get married. He actually didn't really want to be with her and wanted to get a divorce, but she wouldn't sign the divorce papers. But long story short, we had to stop hanging out because of her, and I didn't see him for about 3 years. But until last year of October, we started hanging out again, and it was innocent at first, but then I'm running out of time. Y'all let me know if y'all want a part 2. This is part 2 of how I got pregnant by a married man. So, like I said earlier, last year of October, we started hanging out again, and it was innocent at first. But then he told me that he was in love with me and that we should have been the one to actually get married. He started sending flowers to my job, and he even asked me to go off with him out of state for a funeral. So we went to the funeral, and we ended up hooking up the first night we stayed. It was only supposed to be a one-time thing, but we kept doing it from November of last year until now. So about a week ago, I found out that I was pregnant, and when I told him, he wanted me to get an abortion. So I asked him why, and he was like, oh, because he has so much to lose. But come to find out, he was never going to get a divorce. He was just telling me that. So now I'm pregnant, and he doesn't want his wife to find out. And he wants me to get an abortion. Please comment down below some advice. Story time on how my whole school caught lice. We even had to take a week break from school. Okay, so this happened in the middle of my freshman year of high school. So there were these 3 girls, which we're going to call them Kayla, Rachel, and Maddie, and they were the first ones to have lice. Reason being because they were a clique and they hung around each other a lot. But rumors said that Kayla was the first one to have it because she had a dog that had it. Anyways, Maddie was a part of the cheerleading team and ended up giving it to the entire cheerleading squad. Rachel had a boyfriend, and her boyfriend ended up giving it to his entire basketball team. And from there, it kept on spreading. Teachers would make awareness to the point teachers caught it, and even the principal caught it, which made the principal had to close the school. But to this day, Kayla denies even having lice, even though her best friends Rachel and Maddie said that she gave it to them. Story time about the most embarrassing sex experience I had in my life. So that night we were on a date, and I got my hair, nails, and makeup done, and my hairstylist had me try on this glueless lace wig. It was so cute. Fast forward, after we went out to eat, we went to his place, and things got a little busy. It was very heat of the moment. And I turned over because he about to beat it up. And boy literally starts pulling on my hair. And instead of telling him not to pull on my hair, instead I just decided to hold on to my wig. And you know what happens? He pulls off my wig. And I was so embarrassed. But then he put the wig on his head. And he kept going.
Came through heavy on it in the Bentley truck. It was me, security tuck in the back just in case one of y'all run up. One of y'all, all of y'all be stuck. When you see a young queen in the flesh, what's up? All that hating you was doing got the Barbie popping. Now all of them wanna be a Barbie. I'm watching, but you never gon' stop me, never gon' top me. Millions on millions, they never gon' doubt me. I am the prototype with pink print. No, I don't want no frauds. Wink, wink.
Story time on how I caught my mom cheating on my dad with his brother. So my mom and dad were practically married. It was just never on papers. So on this specific day, my dad went to work and I went to school. My dad is a lawyer and my mom is a teacher. So me and my dad left, and my mom said that she will be leaving in like 5 minutes because she had called the day off. She said that she was going to check on a few things, so we thought that really nothing of it. So school goes by, and I come home, and I see my mom's car in the driveway, but not my dad's. And I see another car in the driveway. I thought it may have just been one of her friends, because I have never met my uncle. So I walked in, and I immediately heard moaning. So I'm thinking, ew, my mom and dad are doing it again. But then again, I remember my dad's car wasn't in the driveway. So I walked upstairs quietly and peeked, and it was my mom and uncle. If y'all want a part 2, let me know down below in the comments. Story time on how I caught my mom cheating on my dad with his brother. So like I said earlier, I took a peek, and it was my mom and my uncle doing the thing. So I decided to record the noises and close the door. Then I ran outside and I called my dad. And my dad was quick. He came within 10 minutes. When he comes in, I tell him to be quiet. When we go upstairs, we don't hear any more noises. When we look inside of the bedroom, they're just sitting on the bed. So, like I said before, I have never met my uncle. So when my dad walked in, he immediately hugged the man. And I was so confused. And I found out that was my uncle. My uncle was like, nice to meet you. And I'm immediately disgusted and I roll my eyes. So in front of my mom and my uncle, I pulled out my phone and started playing the video recording of them doing the thing. And my dad immediately starts swinging on my uncle. There's more to the story, but it's just too much to go on with. Story time on how I caught my boyfriend cheating on me with 5 girls in my bedroom. Yes, I said my bedroom. Okay, so I've been with my boyfriend for 2 years. So recently, I had gotten into an argument with one of his friends, and his friend told me that my boyfriend was cheating on me. And so I confronted him, and he obviously denied it, but we kept dating, and I ignored the whole thing. But I still had my guard up. But after a while, I started to trust him again, and things went back to normal. Also, by the way, me and my boyfriend, we live in the same apartment, but I get off work later than him. So one day, I get off of work early, and as soon as I get home, I heard noises coming from our room. And when I got to the room, I didn't see not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but 5 girls doing it with my man. And of course, when they all saw me, they scrambled like pigeons. And when he was trying to put his clothes back on, I got my taser and tased him in the ball sack. This story time is from a follower, and she really needs advice. By the way, we're calling her Wilhelmina. Wilhelmina is 23, and she takes care of her mom. Her mom is obese, so she can't do things like wash herself, feed herself. She can't even barely move. Her life is just surrounded by just making sure her mom is okay. But Wilhelmina has been feeling depressed because she doesn't go out with her friends, and she mostly just spends her time inside the house with her mom. She really wants to move across the country and have a more exciting life and just live for herself, but she just feels so bad leaving her mom behind. And she's afraid that something might happen to her while she's gone because no one is there to help take care of her mom. She needs some advice on how to work out the situation, so please comment down below some advice.